Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make an equation of a line into a graph and this graph into an equation. But before that, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any videos that I made. And if you like it, please hit the like button so I will know. And now, let's start for this number. So it's going to be put on a Cartesian plane. So let's start with this equation. Y is equal to 2x minus 6. So if you see right here, there are two numbers, 2x and negative 6. And each of these numbers represents the structure of the line. So for 2x is going to be equal to the slope. And remember, the definition of a slope is equal to change in y over change in x. So because it's 2x, it's going to be equal to change in y, which is equal to 2, over change in x, which is equal to 1. So it's going to be 2 over 1. So every time it moves 2 in the y direction, it moves 1 on the x direction. And then, for this number, minus 6. So negative 6 will be the point intersection at the y coordinate. So the line intersects at the line negative 6, at the point negative 6. So let's make it. So the line intersects at this point. And now we can start making it. So it intersects at this point. So this is going to be one of the lines, one of the dots. And then it's going to be 2 over 1 at its slope. So every time it moves 2 at the y direction, it moves 1 at the x direction. So the line is going to look like this. And you can keep on going to infinity direction because it's a line. And now, let's start for this number now. Let me just erase for this line. So, as I said before, 5x is going to be the slope, which is change in y over change in x. So it's going to be 5 over 1. And now, positive 2. It's going to be the point intersection on the y coordinate. So it's going to intersect at this point and go to a slope of 5 over 1. So every time it moves 5 at the y direction, it moves 1 at the x direction. So we start in this point and then it goes 5 upwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it moves 1 on the x direction. So our line is going to look like this. And it's going to continue until it reaches infinity. So it's quite easy because you just need to know the point intersection on the y coordinate and then you put on the slope and just keep on making that line forever or just use these two arrows. So for the last number of an equation, it's quite challenging because it's not on the equation that we know right here. This equation is going to be a slope-intercept equation. However, this equation is definitely not a slope-intercept. So we have to simplify this and change it a little bit into becoming a slope-intercept. So it's going to be 2x plus 4 minus y is equal to 0. And we want it to be y is equal to, let's say, a x plus b. So we just minus both sides by 2x. So if we minus it, it's going to be 0. And because in here it's going to be negative 2x. So it's going to be 4 minus y is equal to negative 2x. But we still have to find the y only at the left side of the equation, not the 4. So let's minus both sides by 4. So it's going to be minus by 4. So it's going to be negative y is equal to negative 2x minus 4. And now because it's negative y, we can change all of these numbers into positive. So it's going to be positive y is equal to positive 2x plus 4. So it's going to be y is equal to 2x plus 4. And this right here is our slope intercept. So 2x is going to be our slope, which is 2 over 1. And positive 4 is going to be the point intersection. So it's going to intersect at this point. It's going to go for 2 points upward and 1 point to the right. So our line will look somewhat like this. And now, because we know how to make the slope intersect into a graph, and because we know how to make another type of equation into graph, let's use our knowledge to solve for this. So this is going to be making a graph into an equation. So there are 2 points right here, which is 4, -2 at this point, and it's going to be 0, -3 at this point. So we just have to find out the slope and the y-intersection, the point that intersects the y-coordinates. So because we know that it goes from 0, -3 to 4, -2. For the slope, we have to see both in the y and the x direction. So first, let's look at the y direction. It goes from -3 to -2. It means it goes 1 point upwards. And then for 0 to 4 at the x value, it's going to move 4 points to the right. And because slope is just change in y over change in x, so we just have to conclude that it's going to be 1 over 4, in which 1 is equal to change in y, and 4 is going to be the change in x. So it's going to be it's going to be y is equal to 1 over 4x. And then we have to find the y-intersection. So for the y-intersection, we just have to look at the line. At what point does it intersect on the y-coordinate? And it is currently at -3, which is already stated at the line. So it's going to be y is equal to 1/4 x minus 3. So this is going to be the equation for this graph. And we are done.